Right now, lawmakers ambushed.
Is that guy okay up there?
And then we start hearing gunshots about 5 feet from me.
Targeted while playing ball.
Very loud shot that everybody thought it sounded like a gun. And then boom, rapid succession after that. He had a rifle of some type.
The shooter killed. Congress in shock.
An attack on one of us is an attack on all of us.
Team coverage tonight on the attack in Alexandria.
At this hour, 2 shooting victims remain in critical condition following the attack on GOP members of Congress.
Among the victims, the third-ranking Republican in the House, Steve Scalise.
And tonight, as the investigation gets underway, we're learning more about the gunman who had traveled all the way from Illinois.
We have live team coverage. Local 10 News reporter Michael Seiden is standing by from FBI headquarters with the gunman's background.
But we begin with D.C. Bureau Chief Ross Palumbo live now from the scene in Alexandria with dramatic video of the attack. Ross.
Well, Lauren Calvin, the president, going to the hospital just a little while ago to visit Congressman Scalise. Take a look. The president made it inside the building but did not make it inside the room because Scalise is in such critical condition. The president left while tweeting, "Steve is a fighter. Our prayers are with him." Back out live to the scene right now. The FBI still investigating that spot behind the dugout where that gunman was standing, firing dozens of rounds, all of it caught on camera.
25, we need medics. We got a suspect.
Victims taken in by air.
We have another one down. I think it was a total of 5 down.
Baseball mitts and bats and blood.
You need with a crime scene tape and start taping off the whole field.
All left lying on the ground. It began with bullets ringing out at least 25 times on this Alexandria baseball field. People caught on cell phone video running and confused.
We don't worry that.
Then suddenly shots of a player down on the field. Rescuers finally rush in to find 5 people on the ground and witnesses rising to tell the story.
And that's where I see one of our Capitol Police officers shooting from around the corner of the dugout, the first base dugout, towards the third base dugout where the man with the rifle is.
That man on third hit 2 Capitol Police officers, a lobbyist, an aide, and Representative Steve Scalise, who was left lying on second base screaming.
I heard a scream from Steve Scalise. I don't remember what exactly was said because there was a lot of bedlam.
He dragged himself after he was shot from near second base about 10 or 15 yards into the field, just to be, I think, a little further away from the gunman, but he was laying motionless.
The screaming ended with several shots to the shooter's torso. Police say 66-year-old James Hodgkinson died soon afterwards.
What did you think when you saw this?
Wow, this is crazy. I better get behind cover.
Just feet away, dozens more had taken cover after a bullet came through this YMCA weight room window. Hours later, they came out, though, uninjured.
I walked down a ramp in the gym, and a bullet passed through the area where I was walking about a minute later. So the odds are slim that I would have been there, but it's possible.
Is this an assassination attempt?
Know who he is?
No, it's not an assassination attempt.
Agents won't say whether the congressmen were targeted, but witnesses say the gunman had been there earlier, asking questions.
I did have an interaction with someone in the parking lot who asked me if the team practicing was a Democrat or Republican team. I told him they were Republicans. He said, "Okay, thanks."
And then started shooting. All of it leaving Democratic players with lowered heads, and all of Congress with fists raised in defiance.
We are united in our shock. We are united in our anguish. An attack on one of us is an attack on all of us.
Well, at this hour, 1 person has been released from the hospital. 2 people are in stable condition, and 2 people tonight remain in critical condition, including Congressman Scalise. You know, Lauren Calvin, that game that they were practicing out here for tonight will go on as planned tomorrow, and to honor the Louisiana congressman, both teams tomorrow will be wearing LSU jerseys. And Lauren Calvin, the president usually attends this game. Tonight, President Trump says he will not be in attendance tomorrow because of security concerns. For now, it's the very latest live from Alexandria. Lauren Calvin, back to you.
So that game will be a show of unity and strength. Thank you, Ross. Our team coverage takes us now to Washington, D.C.
That's where local 10 News reporter Michael Seiden is live from FBI headquarters.
Michael, we're understanding that they're asking for the public's help tonight.
Absolutely. The FBI putting out a flyer asking for any tips that can help explain what's going on. I can tell you, though, at this hour, FBI agents still trying to determine the cause, the motive. No one's sure why he did this, but we did a quick search on Facebook. We looked at the shooter's Facebook page, and this may have been politically motivated. Police in Illinois today focusing on the home of James Hodgkinson. The FBI also searching for answers, trying to figure out why the 66-year-old opened fire on a congressional baseball practice in Alexandria, Virginia, Wednesday morning. His friends and family in a complete state of shock.
I mean, he was in a few fights and stuff like that, but nothing that would demonstrate violence as far as what he did.
Tonight, authorities are reviewing numerous Facebook posts where he expressed his hatred towards the Republican Party, specifically calling President Trump a traitor. Trump has destroyed our democracy. It's time to destroy Trump and company. He also joined anti-Republican Facebook groups. He was also a volunteer for Bernie Sanders during the senator's presidential campaign in 2016.
I am sickened by this despicable act.
There were also multiple run-ins with the law, a history of petty crimes, and hints that violence could be coming. In April 2006, police responded to a domestic incident where he was accused of striking a woman and hitting a neighbor in the face with a shotgun, but the misdemeanor charges were later dropped. Then just 2 months ago, authorities called to his Illinois home, where neighbors complained about dozens of shots fired. Tonight, investigators believe he left for Alexandria 2 months ago without work and reportedly living out of a gym bag. This morning, Hodgkinson exchanged gunfire with police before dying at a Washington hospital. And tonight, investigators still trying to figure out why he left Illinois for Virginia. They also want to know when and where he bought that assault rifle used in today's shooting rampage. We are live tonight outside FBI headquarters. I'm Michael Seiden, Local 10 News.